My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. I'm going to give you my favorite PrizePicks plays for UFC Vegas 74. If you don't know what PrizePicks is, it's daily fantasy. You come in here, you say more or less than the numbers you see on the screen, and you can 10 times your money. You could even lose or miss some and make money because they have all sorts of flexible pay options. You can mix and match sports. You can mix and match lines. You can build whatever the hell entry you want, risk as much or as little as you want, and then make some very real money. It's a ton of fun. It's super easy, and they will give you free money to play it. All you need to do is go to wewantpicks.com/prizepicks. Use promo code WWP, and they will instantly match your deposit. If you give them $100, they'll give you $100. You give them $50, they'll give you $50. So sign up, make a deposit, let them match it with all the very free money, and you can instantly use that to build an entry. wewantpicks.com/prizepicks. That promo code is WWP. Let's break down this card. This is a sketchy card. Betting-wise, super dicey, lots of landmines. Fantasy-wise, I'm a little more comfortable. So I've got 4 spots here that I'm somewhat comfortable with, 3 that I'm very comfortable with. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at fight minutes. The only one here that I really like, so Maxim Grishin, Felipe Lins. These are former heavyweights at light heavyweight. It probably should go to a decision, but anything can happen. So I don't like that really large line here. Daniel Santos, Johnny Munoz. Daniel Santos should be able to finish Johnny Munoz. But 10 minutes, that's like right smack in the middle almost. So that's another tricky line, especially because Johnny Munoz could just lean on Daniel Santos to nothing. Karine Silva's never been to a decision. Never been to a decision in her wins. So if she wins, this should be an under 12.5 fight minutes, and she should win. I'm actually going to add this. I didn't originally have this. I'm going to add this. This line went up. You can judge your risk assessment here. But again, in all of her wins, she has ended the fight early. 12.5 fight minutes means third round. The reality is she hasn't seen a third round in a win. She should win this fight. This is a tougher fight than a lot of people are thinking, but we'll see what happens there. So I'm going to go the under. I'm not touching the main event. And I do like Jared Gordon over because he's fighting Jim Miller. Both of these guys are sort of gritty, toughish kind of guys. Jim Miller, very tough. Jared Gordon is not a finisher. He's not really going to be able to get Jim Miller out of there. And Jim Miller is kind of a finisher, right? He's got some submission wins. He's squeaked out a couple of knockout wins later in his career. But all likelihood, this should go to a decision. It should be a boring decision with Jared Gordon winning. So we'll do the more there. And again, we get the flexible payout options so we can miss and still get paid. And this is just what I'm doing with my money. You obviously can do whatever you would like with yours. We got a couple of lines I like here. Jin Yu Frey, half of a takedown. I like the more there. I like the more than a half a takedown. I think Jin Yu Frey is going to come forward. I think Jin Yu Frey is going to try to get Elise Reed against the cage, try to slow her pace down, get a takedown, and work from there. She only needs 1 for this to hit. Same thing with Alex Caceres. Alex Caceres, not typically a takedown guy, but he's fighting Daniel Pineda. Daniel Pineda is dangerous everywhere, tough everywhere. And what I could see happening is Daniel Pineda coming forward, wild, swinging, wild, trying to make something happen, and Caceres just getting a takedown to get out of the chaos that is the striking. This one sketches me out a little bit, but I do think that should happen. And we only need 1 single takedown for that to hit. Fantasy score. When I do fantasy score, I like to look for somebody who I think is going to lose and play the less. The only fighter on here who I think will lose is Eliza Zaleski. 71.5 fantasy points. I think he's just taken down, held down, and I think he's just sort of wet blanketed, just leaned on, and nothing happens. And I think he's going to lose a very boring decision, so I have Eliza Zaleski here. And then significant strikes. There's nothing really here that I touched, so we're going to leave these alone. Karine Silva less is probably a good play. She has never gotten anywhere near. She has only a couple fights in the UFC. She's getting takedowns. She's getting finishes. There's not really a lot of opportunity for significant strikes, so less than 30 is a pretty safe play, but we did under fight minutes, so we'll stick with that. So let's go ahead and lock this entry in. Throw $20 at it to win 200. This is already automatically a flex pay because we have 5. If all 5 of them are correct, we 10 times our money, 20 to win 200. If 4 of them are correct, we 2 times our money. And if only 3 of them are correct, we still get some money back so we're not completely out. So let's go ahead and lock this in. Guys, that is my PrizePicks entry. Go ahead, join our very free Discord. Let us know your PrizePicks entries. We're all here to make some money together, win together, share information, and do all of that. But get your very free money at PrizePicks. Just go to wewantpicks.com/PrizePicks. Use promo code WWP and get that instant deposit match.